Hey guys, Mike from the Rough Draft, back at it again, trying to get 1% better each day. That's all it takes. I was reflecting, I was thinking about my times back in my Brooklyn basement apartment. I wouldn't even, I wouldn't even call it an apartment. Dungeon I was living. Overweight, uh, overweight, top notch drifter. Top notch, top of the top. And I reflect back. I'm just thinking like if I was that same person, where would I have ended up? Where would you end up if you keep living that type of lifestyle? All I did was download a lot of shows like Sunny Anarchy. I remember that specifically. I was downloading a lot of shows to my EMAC computer. I don't know if you remember that. That's a trash computer. Download it, uh, go to work, come back, sit from my computer like this, just zoned in, smoking while I watch my shows. And I'm telling you, when I say that was all I wanted to do, and chase girls was another time waster right there. Anything that wastes my time, any way to escape reality, because the reality is I was a complete loser. And I think about where will people end up if they keep living like that? People have to think about where will I end up? That bump under the bridge, that person standing out with a sign, help me, give me change. Yeah, that's extreme. That's extreme. That's extreme. And sometimes those people just have mental issues or yeah, drug issues. It's a lot of things that could lead to that. But for the average person, I don't think it's going to end up that really that bad, but pretty close because they're going to be mentally poor because they're not trying to elevate. Because we all see it in our lives right now. Seeing that friend or family member doing the same exact thing that they used to do when they was younger. It's like they never changed. They never mentally grew. And but it is a slight difference because at least back in the day, when y'all first was hanging out and growing up together, they were probably still in good shape, in good health, looked great. But it's slowly starting to show that their degenerate behaviors have them looking like complete trash. They got trash bag bodies. Their lips all black and everything's messed up. And it's like they're still going down this path. That's where they ended up. Chasing women. Now they got a plethora of kids and not a family. They just got kids all over the place. You know, and a lot of mistakes were made. And people don't. I don't want to end up like that. You don't want to end up like that. It's terrible because when you see it, it's sad. It's like, but they say, "Damn, home, look happened to you." Like that. What happened to you? You know what happened because at one point you probably was with the person doing the same degenerate crap. And but at some point in time you said, I gotta learn this skill. I gotta elevate. I gotta do different things. You might have, you might have a mentor. You might have somebody in your life that came and say, hey, let's do this. Let's try this new things. And or you just naturally grew into your new self. And I think it should be a natural progression to become from 1.0 to 1.5 to the 2.0 version of yourself. It should be like a natural progression. But unfortunately, these days, it's so much. It's so much distractions. It's so much distractions that come in your way, right? Like I was seeing a lot of commercials on things like new video games. Like it's like a game I really liked, and a DLC was coming out for it, or a show, a part two to a show, or a part three to a movie, or a series that you liked, and you've been on your self improvement journey. You doing all these things to change your life, And then these things come out, you're like, oh snap, I remember. I really like that show. I really like that game. It's a part two, and I'm like, oh shit, that's distractions, man. Trying to get me caught up in that bullshit. Like, you gotta fight. Like, you know what? I'm not getting back into it. I don't have the time for that shit. I don't have the time. And you gotta look at it like that. Some people will try to, fit certain things into their lives, and I'm not against that. I'm not against enjoying yourself with some things you like. I'm not super extreme like that. But if you get addicted to certain things, you might get addicted to gaming and you stop for a while because you realize you wasn't getting anywhere in life by playing games for fucking 20 hours a day, you might not want to pick that game back up. You have an addictive mind, you might not want to pick up smoking weed again. You might not want to pick up drinking again. You might not want to pick up going out to bars and try to pick up girls again. Because you have that addictive mind state. I have addictive mind state. But I'm going to use my addictive mind state to something more productive, like, something positive. You know, Reading books, going on long walks, journaling. I just made new habits to be addicted to that won't harm me. Because I don't want to end up like the other people. The other people being the people that gave up in life and never changed. They never got to 1.5 or the 2.0 version of themselves. They never got there. They're actually going down. They're not even leveling out. And that's because they didn't try anything. They didn't try anything. Or they tried and failed, and they probably went down the path of complete failure. Being that maybe they tried something, it didn't work, therefore, F it. It didn't work. I'm not going to try again. They didn't get back up and take on the challenge again. Or try something different. Hey, that didn't work, but something else might work. And I understand there will be failures in my life, but I'm going to get back up and try things again. And I have done it, so I could do it again. It's been times where I was really questioning myself, really doubting myself. I can't do this. And I tried it again, and I pushed through. And I'm pretty sure everybody experienced that on some level. And people got to remember those times where they pushed through and say, hey, I can do this. I could really do anything. Sometimes people forget that. People forget the small wins to get the big wins. We're all great in our own way. We're all great. We all can strive to be better than what we are right now. So, where will you end up? That's the question. Like, where will you end up if you don't take the steps? If you just say, man, I'm going to take this time off to just be to myself and not do it. I got a lot going on today. You keep doing that, that could be a habit. Now you're going backwards, which is going to make it harder to go forward. Because you took too much time off. Like, damn, I don't even know what to do in the gym no more. Or I don't even know what to do. I haven't finished the course. I don't even know where I'm at with it. I took too much time. I've been through that. Started a course to try and learn a skill. Took too much time off. Now it's daunting to go back. Should have stayed on. Should have stayed on my P's and Q's. So I made sure that never happened again. Because we have to think about where will we end up. We don't want to end up like the rest. They lost it, and there's no coming back for some of these people. At least some of them think it's not. Because if you ain't end up under a bridge somewhere holding a sign and struggling, then you can bounce back from a lot of things. You're very resilient. So I don't like to really give up on people. Now if you do me dirty, then yes, I'm gonna give up on you very quick. Like you took it too far. I'm done with you. But I'm not fond of people completely giving up on themselves. I want to speak positive into the universe, and I want to wish everybody good. But let's try not to get there in the first place. Because being a loser is sad, and sometimes to cope, a lot of the time to cope, a lot of people surround themselves with losers. The loser squad, like self-destruct together squad, and and they find their people fairly easy because they've been around them their whole lives. So there's like, you like doing this, I like doing this. Let's get together and let's party and bullshit. You know, when you come around, it's like they ain't really got much to say to you because you're on a different level. When you start talking what you're into, you ever notice when you start talking what you're into, it's like them eyes start rolling. It's like they can't even hear you. It's like you talk to somebody, you know how you talk to somebody, they start like checking out. Like that's what they're gonna do. It happens all the time. Like, yo, man, what's going on, bro? Like, listen, I read this book today. Yo, you gotta check this out, man. Hey, man, I went over here. Me and my girl traveled over there, and I learned so many new things about this, man. Yo, you ever try running in such and such park over there, man? Yo, it feels so good. And this is like, yeah, man, where do we look at? You realize, okay, they get here, yeah, they're just different. That's the type of time they're on, and I don't want to end up like that. So you guys, I just want to make a video about, to speak to you guys the way you think about this. Like, where are you now in your journey, and where you thought you would end up back when you were doing some of the behavior that you're not too proud of today, and some of the people that you seem like, I don't want to end up like that. So just think about that. It's your boy Mike from the Rough Draft. Trying to get 1% better each day. Peace.